And we are back.
Talking about issues of people who have non-commitments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you people. How dare you?
We were just talking in the break in between how frustrating it is when you're trying to make plans with individuals and you're like, hey, if you're not interested or you don't want to do this thing, that's fine. Just let me know. Even if you're kind of hesitant, like you're like, I don't know, man, I might have things going on. I'll have to get back to you. That's still better than just not even replying.
Oh God, you are falling apart, dude.
I am just breaking down at the seams. I'm like Clayface in the later seasons of Batman, the animated series, just
What
constantly
happens? He
breaking
starts
down.
running out of clay, or
He just starts
can't keep his form.
He can't keep his form anymore, so he has to keep like stealing chemicals in order to kind of maintain his body.
He's not made of clay.
Clayface is, yeah. But
he uses chemicals?
Chemicals are what made him into what he is. So in the Batman the Animated Series, Clayface kept using this weird goopy type chemical to make it so he could change his face and like manipulate it to whatever he wanted.
Oh God, it's a lady from earlier.
And when he like kept doing that over and over, eventually it corrupted his DNA
I
to where he
see.
became that giant blob.
So kind of like how in the movie Sandman got his stuff, but
Yeah.
chemical based instead of
Pretty
science
much,
based.
yeah.
Or whatever that.
I mean, both science-based, but yeah,
yeah,
one's
whatever
like,
that machine was that did it to him.
Sandman was it's too bad because Sandman's the best part of Spider-Man 3, and if you cut out other bullshit around it and just have him, that movie's actually pretty solid. But the Venom stuff is too shoehorned in. Like, if it had just been Sandman and Osborn, it might have been a much more solid film.
If they just focused a little bit.
Yeah, good job, Sony execs. We need Venom in there. Why? He's popular. Yeah, but you're not going to do him justice, and people are going to hate your interpretation. Doesn't matter, he'll just sell toys.
Sony really makes a lot of great movie decisions, don't they?
Yeah, lots of great decisions. I mean, they made a great decision lately. I mean, the Spider-Man movie, fucking bomb.
Was that the animated
Into the
one?
Spider-Verse, yes.
Yeah, right on. I
If
mean,
you haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse,
I don't want to see him fail.
you guys should go watch it. It's really good.
So what I'm assuming here is that you're gonna have to defeat each 3 section, but then you're gonna come back and have to fight like
Yeah, I guess so.
Lilith or whatever her name is, the succubus-looking 3-headed
Walking into the light.
booby lady.
I want to get rid of this big schnauzer of a nose.
Jeez, man, you really don't like Adam Driver's nose?
No, I'm fine with it. He looks so different from Virgil.
Right now, Adam Driver's out there like,
I'm no beauty queen. I mean, fuck, man. I understand.
So Adam Driver's in that. There's a new zombie movie that's
Uh-huh.
coming out. I don't know what it's called. I've only seen one quick preview of it, but he's in it, and every time I see him talk now, all I can think of is Kylo Ren,
Yeah.
and it's really drawing
Once
me
you
out.
get to like an iconic role, unfortunately. Whoa.
I don't think you have your summons here.
What?
Yeah, man.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, you weren't watching the cutscene. You screamed, and all your summons escaped from you.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
So I just gotta keep whacking it with my chain?
Well, you're trying to like regain your health or
Oh, got my golem. Get
ability.
in there.
Nice.
Golem, go.
I think only during Devil Trigger mode though, so you're gonna wanna maximize that. Because I don't think you're going to get them for other purposes.
I don't know how to control my golem. I didn't pay attention.
This is why you got an F in Golem School, Sam.
Oh man, I knew it. I should have studied apothecary more like steadily when I was at Hogwarts.
Ooh.
I don't know anything about Harry Potter.
Yeah, you also don't know anything about golems because apothecaryism is more of mixing ingredients, not creating golems or any kind of.
Wouldn't golems be a form of not necromancy but earth?
I mean,
magic?
It could be. It's like a familiar style, I guess. I don't know. It's
Triads?
it's all made up, so I mean, like, I don't know what you would
Alchemy?
consider. No. Alchemy is the transmutation of one chemical into another chemical.
Right.
Now I know it's used. It's a fantasy thing, so there's no cut or dry rules. You can't do that. It's like it's fucking fantasy. Shut up.
Oh yeah, whites give you devil trigger. That's what it is.
That's what I was thinking it was because his hair kept turning white. But I'm trying to transmutation maybe.
Just hit buttons. If I hit buttons, things will happen, right?
I guess they're all around the same time, but I guess it is technically could be transmutation because you're transmutating Earth or something like that into not a sentient but a familiar.
Yeah, I mean different universes have different rules. I can't remember what The
Exactly.
Witcher had. D&D obviously has different rules depending on who's.
Oh god, they got a ton of schools of magic. I don't remember what it is.
I mean, D&D I feel like is the basis for a lot of different like lores.
Well, they just took it from a lot of other lores too. So it's not the basis, but it's so old it could be seen as such.
More of the basis for more newer forms of fiction, I would imagine.
Probably. That's probably a safe thing to say.
A lot of stuff that D&D is based on is kind of like with Final Fantasy. It's like, hey, we'll take a little bit of mythology, take a little bit of Lord of the Rings, kind of do whatever we want, and then hodgepodge together because like fantasy and all that stuff is just built upon other people's ideas.
Yeah. Well, it's a progressive.
Yeah, it's a progressive form of art.
Yeah. Get him. Very nice. I thought you grabbed his ass like it was like a cutscene finisher.
Just gonna keep on.
You just hopping on him?
Hopping on him.
I mean, it's doing damage. You good?
All day, buddy.
I really like that the summon way the way that the golem moves, where he's like and like comes out of the orb.
Liquid.
Yeah, it's like a liquid under force. It's pretty cool looking. That looks really cool looking.
I guess he just attacks on his own. I just gotta keep on resummoning it.
That's probably it.
It just feels.
Whoa! Wait, what? Was that scripted?
I think so, yeah.
Because it looked like you died, but then you teleported out in time.
Ooh, seal
One
that
door sealed.
But I need to go get Kingdom Hearts.
So now you probably get the Raven and then the Panther.
Yeah.
Or, what is it called?
Oh, I'm
Panther
so tired.
and I forget what the bird is called.
I don't remember either. Ooh, that's a cool. I didn't notice that before. Look at that face. That looks like a boss from the last one.
I mean, they are bosses.
Yeah, because that one's from 4. I don't remember.
Isn't that just Hellboy?
I mean, it looks looks like the new version of Hellboy too.
Yeah, I still can't get over they put the depth of his face. It definitely looks more like demonic and craggy and
very much more heavy metal focused.
Yeah,
but I feel like
the other one looked more human.
The other one looked more human and more closer to the comics, in my opinion.
I think you have to grab one of your summons or whatever this is.
Oh, free Shadow.
You get the free one of them.
Or free Griffin.
Shadow's the hedgehog, right?
Griffin or Shadow?
I think you probably want Griffin on this
Shadow
one.
Griffin. Is that my name? Is that my true name?
Okay, take Shadow.
I'll take Shadow.
I mean, you are fighting the siren in the air, so...
That's true. Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, man. That's why I was like, I think you want to take Griffin probably, because she's going to be up in the air all the time, but you're capable of doing it in any way.
More challenge.
Yeah, I remember you just had trouble with using, what's-his-face, the Panther dude. You're probably going to want to go into Devil Trick as soon as you can, because you're getting a little lower on health.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, oh my god, you're almost halfway!
Oh no, I have like 40 red orbs too. I mean, 40 like green orbs.
What is that?
Like, I mean, not gold orbs. Gold orbs?
Oh, yeah. Revival, that's right. I was like, green orbs? I mean, isn't that your health?
In there.
Yeah. He'll move, right?
Yeah.
I think he has like an outside radius where he can attack, like a maximum.
Right.
So if you're not close enough, he'll just like attack on the outside of the radius, hoping to get something. But
I can see why people are like, I'm not a fan of V. I can see why now, because they're like, I don't like this part where they're like, hey, you know the part about V that's fun? We're gonna take it away and make you do it in steps.
I mean, it's story thematic.
It's story thematic.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you already have the golem out still, so it keeps over. You don't just get to choose one.
Nice. Yeah.
So by the time you get to use just Griffin, that's his name, right? The bird, the Raven Griffin thing. You'll have all 3.
That was easy.
That ain't that bad. Then.
Ooh, no, that wasn't that bad at all.
Yeah, I like that fact that you don't have to play.
As soon as they said that, I was like, oh wow, her health is almost down. Never mind.
Yeah, you slammed her as soon as I think Golem came. Now this next one should be really easy. I think there's the guy with the stomach.
Yeah.
The mouth stomach.
I do kind of wish that. Ooh, I get my slide now that I have Shadow.
Oh, so it's a Shadow ability for the slide.
Ah.
It's the coolest segue in the world.
It is the coolest segue in the world. Much more useful than actual segues. Oh, hey. Oh, no. Too far.
Yep. Free Griffin.
the birdie. No more birdcage for you, little buddy.
It's just Peter. He comes out, starts punching him like in the cockfight.
Yeah. That's probably still my favorite joke from Family Guy, and I fell off after like season 4 or whatever, because it just got a little repetitive. Mm-hmm. But he's looking around the office. Peter Griffin. It's like, god damn it. That's such a great joke. That's where Family Guy had grade A material.
I mean, they still have some.
Some of it's okay.
It's definitely become something other than what it was originally, which I'm glad, because even South Park had to do that.
Yeah.
God, how long has South Park been around? Like 24 years, 23
I
years?
feel like South Park's done it better, but I mean, I find the same thing when people are like, oh, New Simpsons is really bad, but I'll watch New Simpsons like, it's all right.
I think it's just people are looking through nostalgia glasses a lot of the time, and comedy and shows change and evolve, man.
Yeah, there's only one show that I'll agree with. People are like, no, it's worse. SpongeBob. SpongeBob's just worse. I'm sorry.
I generally don't, like a sitcom or something, I'll watch all of it usually, but animated shows, I don't really like stick with a ton of them. Right. So like Simpsons, I did watch as a kid, now I don't anymore. Right. SpongeBob I watched as a kid, I don't anymore. You know, it's so to be like nowadays it's this and that. It's like I don't feel like I really have the chops to be able to say yes or no. Or
well, I can still watch, like, for me when it comes down to is I can watch new cartoons that are new comedy stuff like Regular Show or Adventure Time or anything. I'll be like, no, this is really funny. And then you watch the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob. There's a very specific style of humor.
Yeah.
Whereas like the new humor is very much that Ren and Stimpy gross out kind of aesthetic, and I never liked that back in the day. I always felt it was kind of cheap and not very funny, and that's what SpongeBob's become.
It's definitely a simpler, cruder form of comedy.
It just
nice. I like that finisher.
Ooh, buddy.
That's tight.
Oh no, wait! This is the guy we fought at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, like I said, it's the guy with the mouth in his stomach.
Yeah, okay.
These are all bosses you fought.
God, I thought it was one of the bosses from a previous game.
No, I mean it looked like it because you didn't see his mouth from the statue. But then it was definitely in our previous bosses.
As soon as we started fighting, it's like, oh yeah, that's the mouth boy.
Yeah,
that's the Gurren Lagann boss.
That's the hungry hippo.
hungry man.
God, I forgot what I was gonna say about Simpsons and them now.
Step into the lights.
Fuck, that's gonna bug the shit out of me.
What, the fact that Jen had it on for like 2 months in a row?
No. It was just in relation to like the general idea of comedy changing and everything like that. Well, better or worse, it's just different.
It's just different because I mean
if it was worse, would it still be on?
Some people would say.
Well,
yes.
Okay, there you go. But are they the ones who are watching it, supporting it?
That's true.
And keeping it on TV?
It's the same thing with like the Big Bang
Theory.
Not. Like I don't think the Big Bang Theory is that great.
That show was always terrible.
I don't think it's great either. But I'm just thinking, it's like it doesn't bother me in the way that it bothers some people. Like it really like irks other people. Like the other day, SNL made some kind of skit off kind of like D&D stuff, and I know a couple of people got really mad about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I know it started the hashtag D&D selfie,
which I think is a cool thing too, because there is this perpetuation with D&D that only basement dwellers play. It's like, no, actually, very normal, very well-adjusted, socially adept people play D&D. It's really not as nerdy as you think.
This is the biggest it's ever been right now.
It's the biggest it's ever been. Because the more people are starting to learn, like, oh, right, you can have a social life and still like D&D. It's like, yes, just like everything in the world. You can be multifaceted. You can like multiple things.
Yeah.
You can play more than one game. You can like sports and like video games.
D&D is essentially just...
storytelling.
Yeah, it's just storytelling with your friends.
Yeah.
But this is the largest year that Wizards of the Coast has seen a return on D&D and stuff. That's exciting.
I believe it, yeah. I mean, a huge part of that's because of Critical Role, I'd imagine. Like other things like Harvey
A lot of
Quest
it is.
And all that stuff kind of bringing it to the forefront.
I don't think Wizards of the Coast, which makes D&D, guys, I don't think they were really looking to expand in the best ways before. And now that they have access to shows like Critical Role, and they're finding like, oh, there's content creators that we can support, and it's a symbiotic relationship in a lot of ways. It starts growing from there, because then it shows people too, like, it's very hard to get into something that looks that complex, you know,
I think what's also
or has some stigma to it. Right. So when you watch people do it, and you're like, oh, these are the voice actors of a lot of anime and stuff that I like. Oh, okay, like that's cool. Like we can hybrid this up, and I can start getting into it.
I think the biggest thing that's been a change too in terms of perception is big actors come out and be like, "No, I like D&D. D&D is awesome." Like Vin Diesel coming out, or
Colbert,
and lots of people that are highly respected in comedy. Like, oh wait, these are people that I like, and they like D&D. Oh, well, maybe there's something more to this than I perceived from before.
D&D is also a lot more. I don't want to say the word casual, but it's a lot more accessible.
Yeah,
now.
it's a lot more accessible
with
now.
5th edition having come out. It's a lot more easy to understand in a way.
Right. And there's now YouTube, which can explain the rules really easily for people too. Like, it's actually not as complicated as it's made out to be. Like, making your character sheet, it's a little intensive, but just do a session where it's like, hey, this is our just trying out the game. And then if you want to like reboot it after that, you can.
Here's how you do it, guys. Go on the Discord. We have a special channel just for D&D.
Yeah, actually we do. There's a bunch of couchlings that love to play D&D.
You can just chit-chat and ask about the rules and stuff.
Yeah.
Or just ask, like, how people got into it, or, like, what's a reference, and be like, hey, how do I get into it? I'm interested. They'll be on there, and they'll talk with you.
I really did like that D&D selfie thing.
Ew!
Because oof. That's kind of gross. Don't take a selfie of yourself, buddy. I don't. That's best left off the internet.
Hey, man, don't shame him.
I'm not trying
the way
to shame
he was
him,
born.
but it looks like he's naked. I mean, I know Twitter's okay with nudity, but oh hey.
But
I don't know.
I haven't seen any D&D selfies that were naked.
No, I haven't yet. That's why I think you shouldn't ruin the trend by like killing it by showing naked versions of yourself for the selfie.
No, break the mold. Just don't tag us.
Just don't tag us. Don't add us.
Jesus. We will see you guys next time. Beep, bop, boop.
We're going to get someone that's going to find some weird-ass picture, find our Twitter, and add us with a weird amalgamation of something, aren't they?
Do not do that.
Do
not do that.
Don't
do it.
Account.
I run the Twitter.
Chris
Sam asked for this.
I won't see it.
Don't do it.
Someone get on it. Do it.
I've seen some weird shit already, so.